Greetings and salutations one and all. Welcome to a brand spanking new week right here on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. True. How you doing? It's community and finance night. Tonight we're doing more finance. Kinda picking up where we left off last week. Last week we were looking at debt collectors and debt settlement agencies and bankruptcy and all that. This week we're doing it a little bit. We're kind of picking up where that left off. I want to say big ups to each and everyone locked in right now. Those on TuneIn Radio, the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. Those locked in on WGLR. Oh, glad to have you. Those over there in the UK and other places around Europe. Thanks to One Harmony Radio. Glad to have you. And of course at PEMGTV.com and right here at the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. I'm so glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. You have my word. I won't try. I will be your Zaddy. I don't promise you I'm going to be that. No, you Zaddy? Not me. Kicking it off with a Leon Caldero. I will be your Zaddy. Your sugar daddy. Lady, hands up. Do you want a young man or you want a strong man? You're looking for a joke man or ready to work man. My question, lady. Yes. Well, if you are that stage where you don't study age, already took that page and you're willing to engage, well, you meet up with a man already with a brand and done up the house and land and we see a cash in hand. Shop with everything I want to be up. It's only sweet ways I got to you. Girl, let me make a joke of these faces shoes. You don't need insulin when I'm done with you. I'm gonna give you sugar. There is plenty sugar. Your sugar, cane sugar. Yeah, white with sugar. And sweet with sugar. Ladies, do you want a bad man or a credit card man? You're looking for a learner or a steady earner. My question, ladies. Yes. If you want to explore, you will be secure. I can open any door and give you more and more. Girl, you meet up with a man that clearly understand how to lend a hand and make your business expand. Girl, with everything I want to be up. There's only sweet ways I got to you. Girl, let me make a joke of these faces shoes. You don't need insulin when I'm done with you. I'm gonna give you sugar. There is plenty sugar. Your sugar, cane sugar. Yeah, white with sugar. And sweet with sugar. I will be your Zaddy. Your sugar daddy. Your Zaddy. Your sugar daddy. Well, if you are that stage where you don't study age, already took that page and you're willing to engage, well, you meet up with a man already I want to say thanks to Policy Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show.
cash in hand. Girl, with everything I want to be up.
When being in the moment is priceless,
Only sweet.
go ahead and give them a call.
Girl, let me make a joke of
754-999-6020
insulin when I'm done with you. I'm gonna give you
or visit them at pulseemg.com.
your sugar. Cane sugar. Yeah, white with sugar. And sweet with sugar.
The sound of Leon Caldero, all kind of sugar.
Cane sugar. Yeah, white with sugar. And sweet with sugar.
So, do you have a Zaddy, ladies? Well, you know, some gentlemen. So if I should ask Leon, you know. By the way, Leon Caldera is in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow night. He'll be at Blue Martini, working out with Vision's band. I actually forgot about that one. Oh boy. But I should give Leon a call and ask him, so if the guy is the zaddy, the real sugar daddy, is the female the Zami? Oh, what is the female to the zaddy? The Zami? The real sugar mommy? Somebody help me out. Somebody get Leon on the phone for me. In fact, let me. I probably shouldn't message him and ask you. If y'all can make it out to Blue Martini tomorrow night, Leon Caldera will be there with all his energy. Yeah, this man has some ridiculous energy. I don't think Jessie will be with him. She has school. But it's Carnival weekend coming up. You'll probably see her then. Leon Caldero, the zaddy. Greetings to those hanging out in the stew pot. Those of you who don't know what the stew pot is, other people call it a chat room, but we're fancy on kevinstew.com, so we call it the stew pot. It's where we keep things bubbling. It's an interactive portal. So come jump on in. The water is always fine. Interact with us. MJMG representing Melissa Jane Media Group. Yes, Blue Martini and Leon Caldero. Tell you what, you can go and represent for me. Yeah, I messed up on the plans for that one. I wonder if I can get out there and get back here in time to do the show. I don't know. It looks sticky. I probably should stop looping this track. You see, that's what happens when you have too much fun from time to time, you know. Oh, thank you. I know you were saying done. Why you keep saying done? I'm a done. I think I'm a done. Alright, let me end it. Okay, you got me? Okay, cool. I'm glad you got me. So, last week we spoke about debt collectors, debt settlement agencies, filing bankruptcy, and the likes. And just as a quick recap, the bad name that debt collectors have always carried, or well, maybe they didn't always carry it, but most of us, when we hear about debt collectors, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth. But debt collectors are not that bad. In fact, well, not all of them. There are some debt collectors that really should be carried out to some distant bush and just left there. But for the most part, the ones that I have come into contact with have been there pretty much to be of assistance. And that is to help on the path to recover from debt, because they give you options to pay down your debt. Debt settlement agencies actually make you get worse. They let you get into more debt and cause more problems with your credit, because typically they allow, if you are settling, let's say, credit cards, you have credit card debt and you're settling, you want a debt settlement agency to handle it for you. Now, mark you, debt settlement agencies do have their good point, their good side, their benefits. But they also, for the most part, when it comes to things like credit card debt, they're going to allow your debt to charge off. And if you don't know what charging off is, go ahead and look it up. But banks typically charge off debt when they go past a certain point, past a certain age, and that typically is not good when it comes to your credit report. Charge offs are not good. So you'd want to avoid the charge offs. And a lot of times debt collectors are calling to avoid the charge off. But even when it is charged off, paying your charged off debt is a good thing. And it's better than bankruptcy. Now, if you have a lot of debt, bankruptcy may be the way to go. You notice I said nothing more about debt settlement agencies because debt settlement agencies, based on the information that we got last week, it tells us that debt settlement agencies are your last resort, your absolute last resort, and that is after the last resort of bankruptcy. So if you can work with your debt collectors, you work with the debt collectors. If you have to file bankruptcy, you file bankruptcy. And if you have a debt settlement agency that you're working with, all the best to you. That's all I can say about that. Because I'm yet to hear something good about debt settlement agencies and what they do for your debt. They take your money, put it into a savings account or an escrow, and wait for your debt to charge off, and then try to settle it for less than the amount owed. In the meantime, they're charging you fees on top of the fees that your money your debt is already accruing, whether it be interest or late fees. It's fees are building up there, so they're charging you fees on top of that. You can work with your lender, and the same money that you're giving to the debt settlement agency to work out your debt, give it to them and pay down your debt. It's not rocket science. So, in continuation, we're going to look at some ways to get out of debt. And it includes gathering your data, which is your bills, your credit reports, your credit scores, all them things. It includes making a list of your debts and income, lowering your interest rates, paying more than you have to pay, earning more money, spending less money, creating a budget and debt payoff plan, and sticking to it. And then, if necessary, repeat. So you go through the process again, if necessary. To get out of debt, you need a plan. And typically, you need to execute that plan. And there are some ways that you can go about doing that. Now, these methods, this checklist, if you so wish to call it, if you go with this, then you may pretty much take care of, if not all, most of what is burdening you financially. So you want to get your checklist and put it somewhere you can see it. You know, if you're going to tape it to your bedroom door, or you're going to put it on your refrigerator, if your refrigerator can take magnets and you can write it down, you can laminate it, you put it somewhere that you can see it. And refer to it often, because it's your future plan. It is how you plan to be in a better financial position in the future, right? Moving forward. So you want to gather your data in your efforts to get out of debt. Start by knowing right where you stand. You want to have a real, as close to complete a picture as possible. So you want to get your most recent bill statements for all your credit cards and your loans. And that includes student loans if you have them. Get your credit reports so you can check for accuracy and identify all your recorded debts. Your credit score, you want to have that on hand so that you find out whether you're eligible to lower your interest rates or for a debt consolidation loan. Then make a list of your debts and your income. And now, so once you have gathered your data, then you make a list of your debts. And you want to include your creditor's name, your balance, your minimum monthly payment, and your interest rate. You want to get all those together. Then you want to list how much you need to pay in order to zero out the debt's balance within 3 years or whatever target time you want to set. Now remember, you want to include items that are not listed on your credit reports. Things like family loans, medical bills, recurring bills, like your groceries, your utilities. You want to include those. And know how much your monthly take-home pay is. This is the baseline that you have to work with when you're looking at paying down all these debts that you have. That's what you're working with. Paying down your debts, buying your groceries, all these things come out of that baseline. So the amount will that amount will also give you some insight as to whether you need to take advantage of ways, other ways that we're going to touch on in just a moment, or how much you need to consider them. Right? So, again, first, you want to gather your data, then you want to make a list of your debts and your income. Then you want to take steps to lower your interest rates. Now, interest on loans or credit cards can make trying to get out of debt seem like running a losing race. And anybody who has a credit card in the US that has a running balance will know exactly what is meant when you say it seems like a losing race. The more you owe, the more interest you're charged. And then the more you owe. And that's how the cycle goes. And it goes on and on. Now, if you find yourself with more credit card debt or debt from loans than you can really handle, one of the best ways, or one way to at least start getting ahead of the debt, is to pay less interest, if it is possible to pay less interest. And there are some ways that you can go about making your interest less, or some ways to possibly lower your interest. First, you want to get a credit card that has a lower interest rate. And depending on your credit rating, you might qualify for a credit card that has a better interest rate than your current card, or better yet, you may qualify for a card that has an introductory 0 interest rate for 12 months or more. Then you need a credit rating of at least a good credit rating, a good number, for the best chances. So if whatever you use to track your credit score, if it says that you're in good standing, then you stand a good chance of getting one of these low or zero interest rate cards for as a promotion. Then if you don't know what your credit rate is, then go search for it. Check out, get a free Experian Vantage Score card. Well, not a scorecard, but a free Experian Vantage Score credit score and rating on. You can get one on sites like credit.com. You can go to places like Credit Karma. There are various, yeah, and it's free advertising from them. Yes, I know. But you who are listening in right now or who will be listening to the recorded broadcast, when you play it back, you're the ones who will benefit the most. So if you're looking for a rating, if your credit rating, I should say, is good or better, then you want to look into low APR credit cards and see if you can beat your current APR. I can tell you, this is one of the things that I have been doing over the past few weeks myself, because I look at my credit cards and I'm paying my credit cards and it doesn't seem like they're going down. So I may have to look into some of these practices myself. And actually, I have been looking into them. So, none of us are immune to this unless nothing happened to change where you were financially. What a lower credit card interest rate can mean for you is, let's say you have a loan or a credit card with a $5,000 balance. We'll use that as a round figure. You make payments of $200 and you don't charge anything to the card. At a 15.24% APR, you're charged $1,054 for interest and will pay off the balance in 31 months. That's almost 3 years. You're not doing anything to the card but paying on it. At a higher APR of 29.96, you're charged $2,937 and will pay off the balance in 40 months. Same amount, just at a higher interest rate. That's a difference of $1,883 and 9 months of payments. You haven't charged anything more on this card. Now, if you even lower your interest rates a few percentage points, that can make a big difference in how quickly you can get out of the debt. Now, same scenario. If you paid an additional $50 a month for a total of $250 a month, you would pay off the balance in 24 months at 15.24% APR and $805 in interest. At a higher APR of 29.96%, you'd pay off the balance in 29 months and pay $2,014 in interest. So paying just $50 extra a month could shave off 7 to 11 months of payments and save quite a bit in interest. And you may actually be able to negotiate with your credit card issuer to get a lower rate on your current card, so you don't have to be bouncing around. Now, I'll tell you this. I called my credit card company and said, so I'm looking at my card here, and ever since I got this card, this has been my interest rate. This has been my APR. And when I got my card, my credit score has risen significantly. So I should be able to get a better credit score, a better APR right now. These people told me that the APR that I have, is the lowest I can get on this card. I said, hold on. Are you telling me that nobody has a lower APR than me right now that has this particular card? They said, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the APR that you have is the lowest that you can get. I said, wait, are you the person that determines that? No. I said, well, put me on to the person that determines that. Because I need a number. I need to talk to somebody else other than you. You're not in a position to help me. And of course, I got to run around. Needless to say, with the information that I have gotten since then, I will be making another call. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Now, if they choose not to, then they will lose a customer. End of story. I will transfer and it's not really a big deal to them, but I will go ahead and transfer my balance elsewhere and pay it off there and give my business somewhere else, because for one, I'll be paying a lower interest rate, like 0. I have cards being offered to me with 0% interest rate. So there's no real reason for me to stick with them other than the convenience and loyalty. But I am loyal to them. They're not loyal to me. So why should I be sticking around? They're the ones benefiting from my expense. Why should I be sticking around? I need to move. I need to be loyal to me and just move right along. Right? Makes sense. Cool. I'm glad you all agree with me. By the way, numbers to get you in touch: 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. You can call, you can text, you can Skype Kevin.Stew. If you're overseas or you're even locally but you don't have any credit because you can't make your phone cut off and you can only do things via internet, and that's fine. You can still get in touch, right? Send me an email, djkevinstew@gmail.com. Jump on kevinstew.com and comment in the stew pot. Nice and easy. Basic, simple. You don't have to sign up anything. You don't have to pay anything. You just comment, you share, and we talk. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk a little bit more. We're looking at recovering from debt. And hey, coming up to the silly season, as we get into the silly season, this is where the spending starts happening exponentially. Black Friday is coming up in a little over a month. A lot of spending tends to happen then. People get into a lot of debt, and then they look forward to tax time to get out of that debt. So let's talk about how we can put our plans into place, and that's what we're looking at tonight: recovering from debt. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick little break.
Policy Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us, 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulsey Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there, we know how it feels, so we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger.
Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help.
Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me. We are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine representing word and honor. Still I say DJ Kevin Stew. No pain, no fire up in the sky will change my vision from my eyes. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go changing like the weather just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. Cause for what it's worth, I'm holding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better than them, no. No giving to them. No, no, no. Hate you all the pain. Keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only way to win. No giving to them. No, no, no. Them say chances are you never hold out. Cause them know in all your life them set bad route. But no matter what you try, this without doubt. Whether in the deepest night or the light out. Sure, and the enemy get one coat. Sure, and the who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go changing like the weather just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. Cause for what it's worth, I'm holding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better than them, no. No giving to them. No, no, no. Yes, through all the pain, keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They all know where to win. No giving to them. No, no, no. As if the wind beneath my wing should turn this all around. Then let the test of time define who I am. No pain, no fire up in the sky. No, will change my vision from my eyes. And I'll be the same man. Yeah. Now and for always. Yeah. I won't go stumbling like the others. Who has gone?
I refuse to stumble like the others.
That's my shining armor.
The zone of Crescenti.
Won't go stumbling like the others.
Track called Word and Honor.
Never, never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. There's a chances are you never hold out. Cause I know you know your life, them set bad road.
Want to welcome you back to the show.
Without no, but I get in the deepest night, I'll be a light.
For those of you just joining in,
Part of me, who have eyes to see.
it's Community and Finance right here on the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Want to say thanks to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands for sponsoring this segment of the show. Althea is a licensed massage therapist that will come to you here in Broad County, North Miami-Dade, South Palm Beach County. Just give her a call. 954-655-9000. That's 954-655-9000. Or send her an email at thealater@att.net. For those of you questioning, her license number is MA32738. M as in man, A as in alpha, 32738. Word. Anna. You know, I'm going to give away another massage courtesy of Althea, courtesy of her Healing Heavenly Hands. And actually, I'll announce what you have to do. Again, you're gonna have to go to kevinstew.com and respond. You have to put your answer there. And I'll tell the question a little bit later that you're going to be answering to. Okay? Those of you who have been paying attention, you'll get the answer real easy. However, you need to be, again, I'll give you what number you need to be. I'm looking at number 43. That's a good number. That's the number I'm looking at, but I'll let you know. It may be number 48 again. Who knows? But you be that number to give that right answer, and you win yourself a free massage, courtesy of Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Yeah? I already talked to her about it. I got the permission to give it away. Of course, I'm going to have to pay for it later, but I'll work that part out. Don't worry about it. All right, so we're talking about recovering from debt and ways to go about doing so. Again, we started looking at a couple of ways, and right now we're looking at our credit cards. We mentioned getting a credit card with a lower interest rate. We mentioned, because we're in the section now where we're looking at lowering our interest rates, because that pretty much keeps our balance right there where it is. They have managed to structure it in such a way that you get into debt, getting out of it is like fighting to get out of quicksand. It's almost impossible. I got a message when we were on the break. Someone sent me a message on the text line and said, hey, I was with one bank since 1998 and had to just change banks this year, 2019, because of their high fees. So, just like that, boom, out of there, jump ship in a heartbeat. Because they are loyal to the money that they're getting. They're not loyal to us, the ones who are spending the money. So we need to look out for us. Again, be selfish. Look out for you before you look out for someone else. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So we looked at lowering our interest rates. If you can negotiate with your bank or your credit card company to lower your interest rate, you do so. You can get a balance transfer credit card with a lower interest rate or a 0% intro rate. Now, this is an option to get on the track, on the road to debt recovery. Right? So it's a balance transfer credit card with a lower interest rate or a 0% introductory APR. And what it does, it allows you to transfer balances from your old card to your new one. So let's say you have that $5,000 as your balance on a card, and it can be transferred to a card with 0% interest for 18 months. That is $1,498 roundabout in interest each month. If you have a card with a 29.96% APR. And if you put that money that you're saving towards the card's balance, you pay the full $5,000 in 7 months. Boom. That's taken care of. Another option is in order to get rid of high interest debt is a personal loan. You have other loans or equity line of credit that would have lower interest rates. These are things that you can look into. Personal loans often charge lower rates than credit cards. And if you have a home and you can tap into its equity, then you can get an even better interest rate. If your car loan is a cause of your debt, you might be able to refinance a high rate auto loan. So these are things that you can look into. If student loans is a source of your debt, well, look into student loan consolidation and income-based repayment at studentloan.gov. .gov. Student loans with an S. Studentloans.gov. Some people have a combination, so it would. DSAs, the debt settlement agencies, would probably lure you in because you have a combination of things contributing to your debt. Be very careful. When paying back your debts, there's no law that says you have to make only the monthly minimum payment, whether it be a credit card or a loan, whatever it is. You can pay more. if you pay your mortgage off early, you want to make sure there's no prepayment penalty. That's a gotcha with that particular type of loan. And for a loan, make sure your extra payments go to the principal, not to the interest. So let's look at the $5,000 credit card again to see how making more than the minimum payment can help. If your monthly minimum payment is $114, you'll pay on that credit card for more than 5 years to pay it off. And you'll pay a total of $7,292 because you'll have $2,292 in interest. You up that $114 payment to $300, and the card is paid off in 19 months, and you only pay $642 in interest. The same principle applies to any loan, whether it be a mortgage, a car loan, a home equity line of credit. Apply the same principle. Another way to get out of debt is to earn more money. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a new job or a raise, although those would help. But it can mean taking on a side gig or something else to make a little bit of extra money, even if you're doing it for a little time. One person walks dogs on the weekends for a few extra dollars. You can do something like take surveys. There are apps, online apps, that let you automatically invest your spare change, and doing odd jobs, even babysitting 1 day a week can help. Comment here in the pot as it relates to student loans. There are certain programs that will eliminate student loans, and it is worth looking into possibly working for a specific organization if it means eliminating the student loan debt. Yeah, but organization, well, I don't want to have anybody giving out a lot of free ads, but if you could elaborate on that a little bit to say what kind of search should one go embark on if they want to find such an organization. Working for a specific organization if it means eliminating the student loan debt. So which organizations would help in eliminating student loan debts? Maybe you guys can have a chat in the stew pot or have private messages in the stew pot to figure out that information. But apparently there are some organizations out there that would help to work for them because that's a benefit. Who knows? There's a flip side to earning more money. And when I say a flip side, I mean in the event, in an effort to reduce your debt, if you can't get to earn more money, then you do what is almost opposite and spend less as an option. That's a thought, right? Now, depending on how far out of debt you need to get, in addition to earning more, you may need to spend less. But if you're not that far in debt, not that deep in debt, maybe just spending less could be the solution. And there's a lot of little ways that can really add up to saving some money. Things like eating out one less day a week, or skipping your morning coffee and taking your own snacks to, well, you'd have to sneak them in there, but if you're going to the movies and you want snacks, you sneak your snacks in there. Instead of paying $30 for popcorn, you get some little treats, stick them in your pocket. Nobody's gonna search you. If you're going with a female, she has her little pocketbook, as they call it. I just grew up calling it handbag. You put your little snacks in there, and boom, you're good to go. Because we all know that it really costs when you go to the movies to get snacks. There are companies that you can work for who will help or take over your student loans. So those with student loans, you want to look into some of these companies. Are those typically government agencies? Or those are private entities also? What type of companies? What area of work do you need to get into in order to benefit from, or to have this benefit available to you? So the little extra money that you can save, or both. Okay, cool. The little extra money that you save is just like earning extra money. And you can apply that to paying down your debt. In the same way, if people owe you money, this is not on the list, but if people owe you some money, collect. You need the money just as much as they needed it when they came to you for a loan. So, collect. And as they pay you back, you use that to pay down your debt. Before and after you have gathered your total debt and you have decided how much extra you can pay each month, and you have adjusted interest rates and earning or spending, you want to have a goal, and you want to know where you're heading and how you're doing. A budget and or a debt management plan or a debt payoff plan can help, and they don't have to be complicated. They can be very simple. And a lot of online banks and credit unions offer free budgeting tools. So you want to look into that. I was talking to someone recently and saying, you know what? I just may move away from conventional banking and do most of my banking through my credit union instead. But you need to do your research, because they each serve their purpose. Banks and credit unions, they each serve their purpose. So do your research and see what is offered by whom and where it is beneficial. A budget will show you what you're spending, where you're spending it, where it makes the most sense to put your money, whether it is interest saved or dollars earned. And the dollars earned part is your debt payoff plan. It can be a part of your budget, or it can be separate. Now, a good way to approach a debt payoff plan is to take your total payoff number that you calculated and use it as a goal to work towards. And you do this by totaling the 3-year or the chosen time frame payoff amount for all your credit cards. Add the monthly payment for all other debts, writing down the result as your total monthly payment. Now, when you have that, determine if you can afford to pay the total monthly payment until your debt is paid off. If not, then you may want to consult a credit counseling agency or a bankruptcy attorney for some advice. But remember, when it comes to bankruptcy, it's a huge impact on your credit score. And if you're able to work out a payment plan with your creditors, you can avoid that. Notice, nothing was said about a debt settlement agency. Have you realized? Because again, DSAs are not very helpful in the department of rebuilding or regaining the trust that your creditors would have in you to afford you more credit. It is going to pretty much ruin you before you get better. So, something to look into, not something to look past. We're going to take another quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to talk some more. DSAs are the devil. Student loans cannot be included in bankruptcy. Yes, that's something that you may want to pay attention to. You cannot include your student loans in your bankruptcy. It just cannot be due. So if you can get a job with an agency that are an entity that will take over or help you with your student loan, do that. Get connected, because that is where you will see things start to change. That is where you'll start to benefit. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk a little bit more. Yeah? Yeah. And then I'll also tell you how it is that you can go about winning your free massage, courtesy of Healing Heavenly Hands. See how that works out? And if you want to know the value of this massage that you're going to get, call Althea. Text her, email her. 954-655-9000. 954-655-9000. Easy number to remember. Call her or text her and ask her what her rates are for her massages. Then you'll see the value. And on top of that, ask anybody that has received a massage from Althea. You may not want to ask me because my opinion is biased. That's fine. But every time she lays her healing heavenly hands on me, I know I get a little bit more relaxed. Well, I get a lot more relaxed. And when you're a massage therapist that a chiropractor will call, you know you're in good standing. And she has been called by a chiropractor that I know, and that a lot of you know. So I'll just say that. Call her, ask her what her rates are, and you'll see what you're saving and getting a massage, a free massage. All right, we'll be right back.
It takes an entire village to raise a child. Hello, I'm Paul Campbell, here to talk about PALACE, Peace and Love Academic Scholarship. This non-profit group supports students facing serious obstacles from entering or continuing their studies, not because the grades are failing, but due to the lack of financial support.
Over the past 8 years, PALACE has awarded 600 scholarships valued at approximately 50.3 million Jamaican dollars, or 415,000 US dollars.
Together, we must build a better future for our children. Please visit www.palace1.org and make your donation to brighten the future of a deserving child. Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
JTMC Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about, The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy P, Denny Ranks featuring Jawiz, Amberleek, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Zeal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skelenar, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me.
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
the only thing I didn't learn in school today.
The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Eyes open up, I'm waking up. No life enough, me not give up. It got me trust, so do it tough. I just, I'm routine the walk. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. If you're all every time I say, just know you want no penny nobody. Right now all you have is today. Go all out and don't go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just know you want no penny nobody. So when you're meditating, I got money good like you're penetrating. You want go speak straight, elevating. Go hard right now, no waiting. The question is what you do today, king. You can't cheat life, that I know debating. You have to put in the work, forget the great things. All night, all day, till you see the scrapings. Ching. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now all you have is today. Go all out and don't go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Me beg you over so when we talk. Me no mean you fi work hard, when me mean is you fi smart master. Cause some who know a go hard, now see who know yard, always pan guard, no sir. You fi include the master, overstand say that a the forecaster. Get balance with God in the center, so everything you want you will get that faster. You can't fail if you try, no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now while your office today. Go all out and no go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. You can't fail if you try, no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now while your office today. Go all out and no go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. I'm waking up. It got me true, got me true. I just eyes open up, waking up. It got me true, got me true.
The sound of Caramonte. A track called Eyes Open Up. From her album Hurt People. I want to say thanks to JTMC Enterprise for sponsoring this segment of the show. JTMC will take care of your entertainment management, your tour management, your bookings, your promotions, your event management, your social media management. Just give them a call, 954-300-2574. 954-300-2574. Open your eyes, read between the lines, and wise.
You can't fail if you try to. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do one up and nobody. Right now on your office today. Go all out and no go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do one up and nobody.
So, as we embark on our journey to recover from debt, one of the things that you would want to do is to, if possible, pick one debt and pay that off first. And you're going to start with the debt that has the highest interest rate, or you're going to start with the one that has the lowest balance. Whichever one you're going to start with one. That is your target debt. And then with paying your target debt off first, it is what is called the debt snowball or the avalanche method. Once you take care of that one, then you move on to the next one. So you set up autopay for the required minimum payment for all but your target debt. And you pay as much towards the target debt until that debt is paid off. Knock that out. Get it out of the way. Then choose a new target debt. And then the extra money that you would be paying on the other debt, you apply that to the new target debt. And you knock that off also. And there's a feeling of accomplishment that comes, that you get along with paying off one of your debts, and that encourages you to take care of your other debts. And the moment you get debt free is the moment you take control back. You regain control of how you spend. You take control of how you invest, because investing is important, because later on you have retirement to look at, you have children colleges to look at. You have vacations to look at. All these things are also important. If you're in debt and you're drowning in debt, it's very difficult to be looking at these things or even thinking of accomplishing them. So these are the little things that will make a big difference. Once you manage to get to a point of accomplishment with this, once your budget and your debt payoff plan is in motion, you don't want to get too comfortable. You want to make sure to track your spending habits closely to make sure you're making progress and make adjustments when you need to. Revisit your budget and adjust as you can to stay on course until the debt is paid off. Create an emergency fund. You may think that while paying off debt you don't have money to save, but saving is important. Life happens. And if anything comes up, you lose a job, you have medical bills, something on the car needs fixing, you need to be able to cover it. And believe me, as Murphy walks around, Murphy has his law. And Murphy's law states that if anything can go wrong, it will. Typically, it happens at the worst possible time. And although it never rains, it pours. Now, the suggested amount to have in an emergency fund is 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. If that amount is not possible, aim for 1 month. And that is a great starting point. The problem I have when it comes to that fallback money, that emergency fund, is after you have to use it, replenishing it or rebuilding that emergency fund is a struggle. Because typically, when you have built your emergency fund, something happens and you have to dip into it. Or along the way, something happens and you have to dip into that emergency fund. And you end up back at square one where you're in debt. And I don't know if it is just how it is designed, the system, that is, that we are more apt to be in debt than debt free, but we have to know how we are going to take steps to be out of debt and to be debt free. And there are often all these gimmicks and these things that look pretty to entice us. We have to be disciplined. And I think that is the big part when it comes to attaining financial freedom. Being disciplined. And if you check out the ones who made it, you ask them what their secret to their success is. You'll find that the majority of them will mention discipline. Whether it is a discipline to not give up, to persevere. Whether it is the discipline that it takes to eat the bare minimum, or to not eat out, or to cook at home and cook for a week. So it may mean that you're eating the same thing all that week, but you're saving money as a result of doing it. Whatever that discipline is, just stick to it. And when you get to that point where you are comfortable and you look back, I'm pretty sure all those that you have asked about being disciplined will tell you, if it were not for that, this would not have happened. So whether you start saving now or you pay some debt down first, make it a goal to try to have your emergency fund. And as you pay down your debt, you can shift some of the money that you're using to pay your debt to pay yourself in the form of creating that emergency fund. And just like losing weight, anybody that has gone on the journey to lose weight and have done so successfully will tell you, it takes time. But diligence, that can make it happen. You don't want to be fretting if you need to make adjustments along the line, or if you slip up. It's all a part of the journey. It's not about a quick fix. It's really about taking control and changing your habits and your behaviors so that you can achieve your financial goals. You can get the financial freedom that you're looking for. And it's not that far off. It's not that far away. It's not that much of an impossible goal. It's an attainable goal. Again, we just need the discipline, the stick-to-itiveness, the right information, and possibly the right bit of encouragement in order to get to where you want to go. Because, and again, drawing on those who lose weight, the majority of them that have lost weight have not done so on their own. There has been some sort of support system, whether it be one person, a few persons, a trainer, whomever, children, family, whatever, whomever. But typically, they don't do it alone. And it's the same thing with getting out of debt. The difference is, when it comes to your finances, there's a level of trust that you need to have to bring someone in to guide you along the way, to walk with you as you make that journey. And that can be tricky. I don't know how to tell you to find someone that you can take that journey with, someone that you can trust like that. I really don't know how to tell you to do it. But I will tell you this: trial and error. If there's one thing that doesn't fail when it comes to building trust, it's trial and error. Because, like I said last week, you don't meet people and say, this person is going to be my next best friend that I tell everything to, that will help me through whatever I'm going through. No, that's not how it happens. And the ones that form these deep, long-standing relationships will tell you, boy, to tell the truth, I don't know how it happened. It just did. And these were the people, or this is the person that I needed at that point in my life, because. And since then, they have been. Some people have it, some people don't. But either way, it's a journey. There is no hard and fast rule, any particular way that you must take and steps that you must follow, and you have to design or take what works for you and then apply that and run with it. Where you end up, well, nobody knows really. But it's good to go on that journey. It's not a bad journey to go on. Everybody needs to take that journey for themselves. But at the end of the day, you're determined, you're disciplined, you're focused, you have a plan. You look back and say, boy, it was good.
It's a good day. Ain't nothing gonna stop my stride or broke my vibe. All of that can go to hell. I already made up my mind that I'm living my best life. Every day I'm up grown.
This is Korik.
Every day I'm up grown.
The track is called Good Day.
Cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Blessings step on me everywhere I go. Just shine him sunlight through my window. Him say give thanks for life today, because no one knows tomorrow. So I give thanks, no time for stressing. Every breath I breathe is a blessing. Respect to you, Jah. I'm confessing you're on things. I'm not guessing, cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Got no time to be hateful. There's so much to be grateful for. You might never have your plate full, but from your living and breathing, stay cheerful and give thanks and learn this lesson. Every breath we breathe is a blessing. Respect to you, Jah. I'm confessing you're on things. I'm not guessing, cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. I already made up my mind that I'm living my best life.
I'll ride with the open tie. I'll run the whole damn night. I search every corner just to find you. With me is where you reside. Close my eyes, sweet like apple pie. Feels just like home when I lie with you. Whenever you can't take the pressure, it can be whatever. I got you through it all. When you hurt and you know I feel it first, it's a blessing and a curse. I still got you through it all. Give you everything I am. By goes my plans for you. I'd risk it all. Give you everything I am. Just take my hand. With you I have it all.
Give you all I am. Give you all I. Give you all you need. All you
Just so that you don't have to wonder what is happening right now.
undeniable.
It's an extended musical therapy.
Greatest thing in all my life for you. So I'll never be unreliable. You can lean on me.
This is Xavier Ward working out with Skip Marley.
Cause for me won't be best. You and me is all I have.
A track called All I Am.
It can be whatever. I got you through it all. When you hurt and you know I feel it first, it's a blessing and a curse. I still got you through it all. Give you everything I am. By goes my plans for you. I'd risk it all.
This is Deville. That's the title of the track. Deville was at the Broad Music Festival yesterday, having quite a ball.
I need a shot of alcohol. I need to pop some Tylenol. Maybe we can meet at the ATM. Meet her at 7-Eleven. I need you. I need you. Got the flavor, got the sauce, oh yeah. Anywhere you wanna go, just say the word and you know I will take you there. Oh yeah, you need somebody to remind you. If you feel lost, I will find you. Oh, I just wanna make you mine. So waste no time. Change your life.
This is the sound of King Charles.
If you want to, you can be my queen.
The track is called Juice.
Be your king forever.
Posted in the stew pot for those of you who are interested.
You can be my queen and I
For those of you who are not, go look anyway. First, check your credit score. You can do that for free.
Anywhere you wanna go, just say the
Then find out if the statutes of limitations on your debt expires.
somebody
If the debt is old or sold, settle it and ask the creditor to take it out of your credit report.
if you want to, you can be
My father used to say tricks in trade, matches sticks in business.
if you want to, you can
The matches sticks part. I'm still not sure about.
be your king forever.
But it works for him.
Things and take her on the world, but I mean she want to touch her. When we touch it like rain and fall, I mean she want to touch her.
This is Bingy Blaze.
Rasta she want to touch her.
It's called Rasta Touch.
I touch her in the morning, touch her in the evening. Good loving from the Rasta man she receiving. Loyal empress and me know she not deceiving. She a blaze, movie is fine, dinner is fine, but right now she need to unwind. It's touching time. She tell me say a touching time. So my come house and money and vehicle. I mean she want to touch her. So my buy her fancy things and take her on the world, but I mean she want to touch her. When we touch it like rain and fall. I mean she want to touch her.
Want to say thanks to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring this segment of the show. It's called Musical Therapy.
She feel like she wanna fly, but she never yet been so high. She's in love, she cannot deny. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my.
GMAT Music Solutions will bring your event to life.
Our mind, body, soul, intellect. Take her to some place that
I DJ'd a 60th anniversary party over the weekend.
she said me want you bingy just me.
GMAT Music Solution provided the equipment.
She said me want you bingy just me. She said me need your bingy touch.
And it was just perfect.
Somebody and vehicle. Now me she want to touch her. So one buy a fancy things and take her.
Can you imagine 60 years together?
When we touch it's like rain or fall. Now me she want to touch her. A rasta she want to touch her. Well, hear me now. Oh yo, she on the food pan plate. Now bend down low, she want elevate. Blah blah blah, and them not penetrate. Now the rasta pass you and she start celebrate. See what you see and do what you're doing. Girl, she's got something, hey, hey. That money can buy. Some a come with booze and money and vehicle. But a me, she want to touch her. Some a buy a fancy things and take her on the world. But a me, she want to touch her. When we touch it's like rain or fall. A me, she want to touch her. A rasta she want to touch her. Touch me again, she say touch me again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. She know without a doubt I am a touching legend. And not knowing X can't touch she again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. She know without a doubt I am a touching legend. And not knowing X can't touch she again. You're gonna
Speaking of G-Mac, showing off one of his many talents. This is G-Mac with his rendition of Things You Say You Love. Jameer Morgan, a track called Shine With Me.
Never take you for granted, because you're worth more than an Irish pot of gold. Oh Nana, shine your sunlight on me till the moonlight put us to sleep. Shine, shine, shine with me. Oh Nana, shine your sunlight on me till the moonlight put us to sleep. Shine, shine, shine. We can live by the sun.
defend. From menace to sun, to me he was a friend.
This is Hezron for all the Hezites.
Then the agreement.
And working out with Louis Culture. Track called Warriors Heaven.
Just sort of justice, coming straight from the lineage of King David. To me, he was a hero. To some, he was their sorrow. Where do the warriors go? Is there a place where the streets are paved with gold? Milk and honey flowing from the fountains. There within, is there a warrior's heaven? Where do the warriors go? Is there a place where a man born to defend gives his life for a friend? Is there a warrior's heaven?
There must be a place for the warriors who broke down the barriers to rest their souls. Must be a place that is warm for the buffalo soldiers coming in from the clouds. Must be a place for the brave and the bold where the unsung hero stories are told. Must be a place where the truths unfold as the billows roll. I read about it from the ancient scroll. Coming at this one, we live where politics here, and the people of the higher society don't care. While the rapers and the killers of the people them steer. The justice declare and the place get prepared. The all of them the good things to see you make happen. It hurt me to see your body lay down in a coffin, but all when your bones them rotten. You're gone, but you're never forgotten.
And though society offers no better father, no better promise, they say you are a bad man. No, as for me, 1,000 times salute to a true warrior. Somebody tell me, where do the warriors go? Is there a place where the streets are paved with gold? Milk and honey flowing from the fountains. Everything is there a warrior's heaven. Where do the warriors go? Is there
Hezron over the weekend released the video for the track Young Girl. What a powerful video it is. This is Angela Touche. Track called No Way. Talk about powerful songs.
just run away with the wrong way?
And an individual with a powerful story. This guy right here. Recently he was working on his car. Had it up on jacks. Was under it and the jacks gave way.
Well, there's all you see. You don't care for people like me.
He said it was the most scary experience he had
What did you
in
do?
a long time.
What's this you want me to do? No, I can't be like you. Get low, my standards where you at. Gotta go.
But he's still here with us.
You have no power over me.
Thank God.
I'm not with your name. I serve the Almighty. He takes care of me. He gave me humility. Yeah, amidst poverty. And I work hard for bread. No, you'll never see me begging. No way, no. No way, no. Not gonna lower man for the money. No way, no. Through it all, I know the Lord will feed me. Give me, I am gonna see God's that He will provide. You better work hard and don't sit idly by, looking for a gift from the rich. Do your best, God will do the rest. Tell the devil no and no way, no, no way, no. I'm not gonna love a man for the money, no, no way, no. Do it all, I know the Lord will feel it. Amen. I am gonna stay God's way only. So run away,
It's such a gift, such a blessing when you're surrounded by a bunch of talented people. The majority of the tracks that I've been playing tonight have been from individuals who pass through South Florida quite a bit or live here in South Florida. Andrew Latouche lives right here in South Florida.
I'm still with my Lord.
And it's amazing. I know him and I know his cousin from 2 different times, 2 different places, but yet still the gift that they have in music and the talent. Oh my goodness. Here's Andrew's cousin. She goes by the name Shauna Dazzle. It's called Love Gets in the Way.
When I wanted you, you pushed me away. You want me to tell you everything's gonna be alright. But I'm drowning deep inside. I try to walk away. Love gets in the way. When I ask you to leave, you beg me to stay. These tears I cry can't wash away.
She's half of what I consider to be the Wonder Twins. You hear her and G-Mac doing supporting vocals. Make your head spin.
Sweet to me, yes. So what you doing? You playing games with us. You broke my love and my trust. Now I try to walk away. Love gets in the way. When I ask you to leave, you beg me to stay. These tears I cry can't wash away. This pain is there any way? Yes. since I met you, baby. You set my heart on fire.
Still right here in South Florida.
Me a floating.
This is Annette Brissett.
The matter touching me away that I've never been touched.
This track called Never Felt Like This.
Gently, I could almost melt. This time it's sweeter. Yeah, I've been in love already.
What a vibe.
I never felt like this. No, no, no. Been around. Never felt like this. Baby, now I've known you now for quite some time. You turn me on and on, sending chills on down my spine. Every time our heart is in the right place, moves every time we kiss. I am wondering, could this be it? This time it's sweeter. Yeah, I've been in love already. My baby love ain't never felt like this. Oh no, been around, baby. Never felt like this. Been around, been around. My baby. Been around, baby. Now you tell me life, baby. I've known you now for quite some time. You turn me on and on, sending thrills on down to my spine. Every time our lips touch my heart, it's in the right place. It moves every time we kiss. Sit down, then I'm wondering, could this be it? But this time it's sweeter. Yes, I've been in love already, baby. Ain't never felt like this.
And it is so talented too. I don't know which of these instruments that you're hearing that she cannot play.
Oh, this time it's sweeter than before. I've been in love already, but this time ain't
Since you came into my life, since you came into my life, it doesn't seem to rain again. Since you came into my life, I don't see this world the same again. Since you came into my life, I don't really feel.
This is that guy.
Since you came into
That homegrown with G. Cole guy. This is G. Cole.
I'm gonna say it 'cause I'm certain you're in.
Yeah, he doesn't just only talk.
I can't even find the words to really tell you what you were. Sometimes tears of joy escape me, and I'm not the crying type. But
As a happy belated Earth date
since you came into my life,
to his former singing partner Jay Will.
it doesn't seem to rain again. Since you came into my life, I don't see this world the same again. Since you came into my life, I don't really feel this pain again. Since you came into my life, since you came into my life, I can feel the sparks when you hold me, and I'm holding on to you. All the special things you've shown me, girl, I'm so in love with you. I wanna plant you a field of roses to show you how I feel. And I'm just hoping, girl, that you notice that my love for you was real. And I know there'll be rough times and some stormy days, but if we build our home,
In fact, I'll give you a little J Will to close out the show tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Remember to catch me tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, kevinstew.com, 10 till midnight. Tomorrow it's Healthy Love.
since you came into my life, it doesn't seem to rain again.
You don't want to miss it.
To my life, I don't see this world the same again. Since you came into my life, I don't really feel
J. Will, J. Cole's former partner in vocals.
It comes the morning, the sun starts shining.
But they're still brothers.
Birds, they start to sing, and all I think about is you.
This was back in the days when they were a part of the group Raps and Kush.
My favorite chair, pick up the morning paper, then smile from ear to ear. Ooh, this loving feeling that's coming over me. Could it be I'm falling? Oh, heavens, could it be? Yeah, I feel like a child, yeah, so humble in my eyes.
Title of this track, Think I'm in Love.
That's what you do to me. I think I'm in love.
Quite appropriate to close out Healthy Love.
Think I'm in love with you, baby. Yeah, yeah. Think I'm in love. Think I'm in love. Think I'm in love with you, baby. Yeah, yeah. You said you're really happy the way these months have been. We've got a bottle chilling and the lights already dim. The night is just beginning. There's something else upstairs. Oh, baby, oh, this love and feeling that's coming over me. Could it be I'm falling head over heels? Oh, girl, I'm shaking, deep down in the knees. That's higher than me.
This is where I get on out of here.
I think I'm in love with you, baby. Yeah, yeah. Think I'm in love. Think I'm in love. Think I'm in love with you, baby. Yeah.
Catch y'all later. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day to you wherever you are in the world. Until later.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.